I'm sorry, did you just say that you don't know how to do your own bridal makeup? Girl, come on. You've come to the right place. I got you. I'm gonna walk you through this. Wait, did you just say you wanted it to be all affordable makeup too? Of course I can teach you how to do it with all affordable makeup. This entire look, all affordable makeup, but very bridal. Like, are you kidding? I believe in you. You can do this. Come on. I got you. Okay, my girl, first thing is first, you got to prep your skin. You cannot do your makeup on bare, dry skin. You have to put some moisture on your skin before you start putting makeup on top. I'm gonna start with a hydrating milky toner. This is just gonna be a beautiful, lightweight moisturizer that's going to prep and hydrate the skin before we put makeup on top. This one is from Thayers. I like to use a generous amount all over my entire face. This just looks like my skin got a nice big drink of water. It's hydrated, it's glowy, it's plump, it's juicy. It's got a little tackiness to it too, so it's gonna hold on to makeup longer. Next up is some sort of hydrating serum. I like so many, but this one from Bioma has me in a chokehold. This is the phytomucin serum, and I'm obsessed with it. It makes your skin look like a literal glass. A lot of comments about this potentially being an acne trigger for some of my acne prone girlies. Please remember that everyone's skin is different, and what triggers your acne might not trigger the next girl. Don't try this out for the first time on your wedding day. Try it out in advance and make sure it's not going to break you out. Our goal here is to look like we can go ice skating on our skin. I need it to look so smooth that I could literally ice skate right over the top of my forehead. Look at this glass skin. We're on the right track. Maybe the next step might be moisturizer. For me, it is a grippy primer. I love grippy primer. There's so many from the drugstore or at an affordable price point that I love. This one from Hard Candy is only $7. This is the Grip On Lock primer. It's amazing. I also love the grippy serum primer from Maybelline and the NYX face glue, which is what we're going to use today. One thing about bridal makeup to know is that it needs to last for hours. You're getting ready pretty early in the morning. You've got lots of pictures to take. You're going to be doing stuff before you even walk down. You need it to last well into the night. So having a good primer and a good setting routine is going to be life-saving. Now I'm just letting everything absorb and soak in. I want my skin to look like glass, but after it's fully dry. A base first kind of girly, but before we start on anything, we need to go ahead and get our brows nice and slick back. This is the LA Girl Brow Perfect Extreme Hold Styling Gel, and what I like to do is take it on the spoolie and back comb through my brows, and then gently fluff them up. It's time for the base. For me, there is only one affordable drugstore foundation that I will trust on my wedding day, and that is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. It is phenomenal. I will stand by it. This is the hill I will die on. I'm obsessed with this foundation. I'm in the shade C3. I'm doing this in an all-white outfit, so let's see if I can manage to not get it all over myself. Application, I like to tap the foundation into the skin. I'm not swiping because that's going to remove coverage. I look insane, but you want to avoid your eye area, especially your under eyes when you're applying your foundation, because we only want to use concealer there. We don't want it to get super cakey and super heavy, so I don't even apply foundation under my eyes. I only use concealer. If you have really dark circles under your eyes and you want to color correct, by all means, use an under eye brightener or a color corrector. I really love the ones from Catrice. They're very affordable. Brightening concealer, we're using this one from L'Oreal. This is a full coverage, full glam. She's not going anywhere. She's going to last 24 hours. This is that girl. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I'm using a light shade. This is the shade Porcelain. Using this to brighten under my eyes, so I'm not going to go super crazy, heavy-handed. I know. Because you really don't need that much of this concealer. I also like to use this to brighten the center of my face. I'm telling you, trust the process. This is going to look really good at the end. We're also going to do a little bit of reverse contour, and we're going to use a sponge. This is the Paw Paw sponge from Shop Miss A. These are literally $1. If you're still spending over $5 on a beauty sponge, what are you doing? I don't know. And honestly, these are the best. They don't absorb a ton of product. They are super bouncy, super soft, and they blend everything beautifully. So can't recommend enough. To be so honest with you right now, I can feel you not trusting me through the screen. I need you to trust me. This is a trust the process. Time to start layering all of our cream products. So we've layered our foundation, we've layered our concealer. Now it's time to layer our cream bronzer and our cream blush, and then we're gonna put a layer of powders on top. Trust me, I know that sounds like a lot. It is going to last all day long. Through everything, okay? Promise. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. I'm taking this on a BK Beauty 109. This is like the one brush, if I could recommend you pick up one brush to do your entire face with, it's this one. Just start to tap my cream bronzer into place. It just blends itself. This is the best cream bronzer from the drugstore. This is the Cheek Kiss cream bronzer from Milani in the shade Spilling. Now it is time for our liquid blush. This is the L'Oreal Lumi blush in the shade Dewy Bright Pink. I love pink cheek, and I think pink cheek is so bridal. I'm gonna do a few dots, going back in with my 109 brush, and I'm just gonna start to tap this in. We're not smearing, we're tapping, and you're gonna start to look like Neapolitan ice cream. And this looks a little bit scary, but trust me, blush is always the first thing to go. When I put my powders on in a second, you're gonna be like, dang, where did your blush go? Yeah, this is why I'm being heavy. And now it's time to set our face with our first layer of powder. This is the L'Oreal, absolutely obsessed with it. Actually, I'm using the translucent shade today. I know, a little crazy for me. I'm usually using light pink, but I just thought, you know, it's bridal makeup. We're gonna switch it up. So I'm using translucent. I'm pressing it into my little powder puff here. I'm tapping off the excess, pressing a little bit into my palm, and then we're going in to set the under eye. Not smearing, we're tapping. That is the most blurred, beautiful, airbrushed under eye I think I've ever seen. I'm going to use this to set everywhere that we used concealer today. Now I'm going to let my face marinate, and I'm going to move on to my eye makeup. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Express Brow Pencil to fill in my brow. Our brows are filled in, and now it's time to move on to our eye makeup, and we're using the Morphe Flickering Sands palette. This is one of my go-to eyeshadow palettes for pretty much any look, but especially bridal, because there's so many beautiful neutral tones in here. We're going to do a super easy eye look because I don't like doing anything too crazy. I'm going to start with this shade and this shade. And we're using a fluffy, this is the Morphe X Ariel, what brush is this? I'm going to start putting this into the crease of the eye. I just keep building color until I feel like, oh, this is a good stopping point. Now I'm going to take the bone shade in the palette, I'm going to turn the brush on its side, and I'm going to pack the shadow onto the brush. And now I'm going to use that on like the inner half of stopping point there. Now it's time to do a little faux liner. I like to take the dark brown in the palette on the straight edge of this Morphe brush. This is an Ariel A19, and I'm just going to stamp this right along my lash line. Almost forgot, it's our wedding day. We gotta add a little sparkle. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here on our fluffy brush, and I'm just going to tap that right over where we did that bone shade. Okay, now give your lashes a curl and add your mascara. I love a waterproof mascara to hold curl, but you need one for today anyway because it's your wedding day. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara in the waterproof formula. Of course, it's me, so I'm gonna add a fake lash. These are the self-adhesive lashes from Velour, and I'm absolutely obsessed with them. I'm gonna take the small brush that we used for our eyeliner, and I'm gonna smudge out the bottom lash line. I'm just gonna take the shade right here and just smudge a little on the bottom. If you're feeling a little funky like I am right now, I'm going to take a brown liner. This is from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Brown Denim. And I'm going to line my bottom waterline. This just like really makes the eyes pop. Yeah, that's the drama that we needed. And then of course we've got to do a little coat of bottom mascara. Remember I was telling you about that layering technique earlier? Well, now it's time to do all of our powder products over our cream product. This is a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm using the shade Bronzer, and we're just going to tap this right over the top of where we did all of our cream bronzer earlier. And same thing with our blush. We're doing a little bit of powder blush. This is the L'Oreal Infallible blush in the shade Confident Pink. I love this one. You guys know this is like one of my favorites. We're doing a tiny tap. We're going to dust some of it off, and then we're going to gently tap right over the top of where we did our prettiest pink blush. I'm obsessed with this cheek. A little bit of glow on the cheek. I'm going to go in with another blush, but this is like a blush topper. This is from Essence. This is a Pure Nude Baked Blush. I'm using the shade Shimmery Red. I'm just going to put this right over the high point of the face. See how that just gives you like the lightest like reflect when the light hits it? So pretty. For our first layer of setting spray, because we're going to let this soak everything in while we do our lipstick, this is the Grip On Lock from Hard Candy. The hydrating setting spray that is 16-hour hold. And before I do my lip combo, I like to set my lips down with a little bit of loose powder. This is just so that they last a little bit longer. Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade On It. I'm obsessed with these. They last forever. And my favorite lipstick, and as you can see, she's well loved. This is L'Oreal Ferris Nude. It is my go-to. I don't think I'll ever not use this lipstick. I think this is like the perfect bridal lip combo. More of a matte finish. I'm going over this with a little bit of loose powder too. Our last layer of setting spray. Bessie, I knew you could do it. Look at you. You look like I, on the other hand, do not, but you do, and that's all that matters. I'm dying to see you recreate this tutorial, so please tag me if you do, or drop a picture down below in the comments because I need to see you in your bridal glam. I love you, bestie. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon. Bye.